What if the most unlikely nation in the tournament somehow shocked the world? In this video, I'm simulating New Zealand and following their entire World Cup journey to see how far they can go. Now, you might be wondering, why New Zealand? The answer is simple: Tim Payne. If you've been following football social media recently, you'll probably know exactly who I'm talking about. Tim Payne went from being one of the least known players heading to the World Cup to becoming an internet phenomenon almost overnight. It all started when an Argentine influencer named El Scarso tried to find the World Cup player with the fewest Instagram followers. And that player happened to be Tim Payne, a player who had quietly spent most of his career away from the spotlight. But then the internet did its thing. Within just a few days, Payne's followers skyrocketed from a few thousand to millions. The support became so crazy that he even recorded a video speaking Spanish to thank his new fans. Even FIFA joined the trend, posting 2 words, Tim Payne. With New Zealand returning to the World Cup after a 16-year absence, Payne suddenly became one of the biggest stories of the tournament. So naturally, I made Tim Payne the captain of New Zealand. Looking at the team, New Zealand does have some decent players. Chris Wood, Joe Bell. But let's be realistic. Nobody expects New Zealand to win the World Cup. And honestly, I don't either. My expectation was simple: survive the group stage if possible. Anything beyond that would be a miracle. Before the World Cup began, we played a couple of friendly matches to see where the team stood. First up was Australia, our footballing brothers across the sea. Unfortunately, they reminded us exactly how much work we still had to do. A 3-1 defeat. Not the ideal start. Then we faced Japan, one of Asia's strongest teams. And in this simulation, Kaoru Mitoma was fully fit and available. Unlike real life, where he sadly missed the tournament due to injury, Mitoma was brilliant. Every time he touched the ball, he looked dangerous, and Japan comfortably won 2-0. At this point, I wasn't feeling very confident, and then the World Cup draw arrived. Group G: Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Not exactly the easiest group. Our World Cup campaign would begin against Iran. The players actually performed quite well. Tim Payne had a solid game defensively, but one goal was enough to separate the two sides. A painful 1-0 defeat. Meanwhile, Belgium destroyed Egypt and immediately went top of the group. Then came our toughest challenge, Belgium, a team packed with world-class players, Kevin De Bruyne, Thibaut Courtois, and plenty of elite talent around them. To my surprise, New Zealand actually competed really well. The defense stayed organized. The midfield worked hard, but we simply lacked quality in attack. Another 1-0 defeat. 2 games, 2 losses. And now everything came down to Egypt lose this game. And we're going home. The team gave everything. They created chances. They fought until the final whistle, but Egypt proved too strong. 3-2, 3 games, 3 defeats, and just like that, New Zealand's World Cup journey was over, bottom of Group G. Honestly, that's pretty much what I expected before the tournament started. But now it was time to see what happened around the rest of the world. The tournament itself was only getting started. In Group A, the host nation Mexico topped the group. But weirdly, one of the biggest talking points wasn't even the football. It's this viral moment where the referee's English was so broken that social media immediately turned it into a meme. Somehow, Group A produced the tournament's first viral moment. In Group B, Switzerland finished first. Exactly what I predicted before the tournament. Group C was dominated by Brazil. Again, no shock. But Group D gave us our first big surprise. Turkey topped the group with 3 wins from 3. Meanwhile, the United States were eliminated on home soil. And what's funny is that in real life, they actually beat Paraguay 4-1 recently. Group E saw Germany finish first. They were level on points with Ecuador but advanced thanks to a better goal difference. Group F produced one of the biggest shocks of the tournament. The Netherlands topped the group, but Japan, the team I actually predicted to finish first and one of my personal dark horses, lost all 3 matches and got eliminated. That was something I definitely didn't see coming. Spain topped Group H as expected. Group I was widely considered the group of death. Only the strongest would survive. France dominated Group I and proved why they were one of the favorites to win the World Cup. France had one of the most complete squads in the tournament. World-class players in every position. In fact, the only thing that could stop them wasn't another team. It was their own egos. Norway finished second behind them. I genuinely think Norway could be one of the dark horses of the tournament. With Holland leading the Vikings, they have the potential to upset anybody. Argentina topped Group J. Portugal dominated Group K. And Cristiano Ronaldo finished the group stage as the tournament's top scorer. At 41 years old, this could be his final chance to win the World Cup. England topped Group L, while Croatia finished third. And just like that, Luka Modric's World Cup journey may have come to an end. One of the greatest midfielders the game has ever seen quietly exited football's biggest stage. The round of 32 began, and immediately we got some surprises. Norway, one of my dark horse picks, was knocked out by Czechia, a massive upset. Ivory Coast defeated Colombia. Bosnia eliminated Morocco, and that result shocked me. Morocco had Achraf Hakimi, who is currently the best right-back in world football. Then came the round of 16, and one match stood above all the others. Argentina versus Portugal. Messi versus Ronaldo. One final time. This felt less like a football match and more like the end of an era. Possibly the final chapter of the greatest rivalry football has ever seen. After 120 minutes, nothing could separate them. Penalties decided everything. And in this simulation, Argentina came out on top. Once again, Ronaldo's World Cup dream ended in heartbreak. For Portugal, it was a defeat. For football fans, it felt like a goodbye, while Messi continued his quest for another title. Elsewhere, Ivory Coast continued their incredible run by eliminating Uruguay on penalties. France knocked out Brazil, which could also mark the end of Neymar's World Cup story. Injuries have constantly interrupted the final years of his career. And after another disappointment on the biggest stage, this might have been the prince's final dance. Germany eliminated England. Another tournament, another disappointment. Thomas Tuchel's plan had failed. Despite having one of the most talented squads in world football, England's wait for a major trophy continued. The Three Lions still haven't lifted a major international trophy since 1966. And Belgium stunned the Netherlands. At this point, Belgium had officially become one of the dark horses of the tournament. The quarterfinals delivered even more drama. Argentina ended Ivory Coast's magical run. France nearly got eliminated by Turkey, but survived in a penalty shootout. And Belgium continued shocking the football world by knocking out Germany. Nobody expected them to go this far. The semi-finals were set. Spain versus Argentina. The future versus the past. Lamine Yamal versus Lionel Messi. The student versus the teacher. On the other side, France faced Belgium. When the matches ended, Argentina defeated Spain. Messi was heading to another World Cup final, and France survived Belgium after extra time, which meant we were getting the exact same final as 2022, 4 years ago. Mbappé scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final, and still lost. Now fate had given him another chance against Argentina. Messi was one game away from doing the impossible, winning back-to-back World Cups. Something that would cement his legacy even further. Could he do it? Or would Mbappé finally get his revenge? The answer was emphatic. France dominated the final 3 goals. There would be no fairy tale ending for Messi this time. The French had done it. 8 years after lifting the trophy in 2018, they were champions of the world once again. Their 3rd World Cup title. Another star was added to the badge. Looking at the tournament statistics, there was one player we definitely didn't expect to see at the top: Romelu Lukaku. 10 goals, the Golden Boot winner, the man many fans once called a flop. Every missed chance became a meme. Every mistake went viral. But in this World Cup, he silenced everyone. He had just outscored Ronaldo, Mbappe, Kane, and countless other superstars. Meanwhile, Kevin De Bruyne finished as the tournament's top playmaker. And honestly, that explains Belgium's incredible run. Without him, they probably don't even reach the semi-finals. As for New Zealand, well, we didn't win a single game. We finished bottom of our group, and our World Cup journey ended almost immediately. But football isn't always about trophies. Sometimes it's about stories. And this World Cup gave us one of the most unlikely stories imaginable. Tim Payne, the player who became famous overnight. The player nobody expected to become a global sensation. And even though New Zealand failed to make history on the pitch, Tim Payne had already made history off it. Because for a player who became famous simply because nobody knew who he was, perhaps he had already won in a different way. As the saying goes, no pain, no gain.